friends, I hope you all slept well last night. This week, I thought it would be fun to bring you along on starting our work week together. A few videos ago, I went over all the healthy habits I have while I'm working, but I thought it would be fun to just do a more like casual walk through my day so you can see kind of how I incorporate these habits. I don't have a ton going on in the next few days. Lennox has a vet appointment this afternoon that I'm going to be taking her to. Tomorrow, I don't even think I have anything on the go tomorrow other than work. Oh, I also have an appointment that I have to go to tomorrow. And that appointment is close to a Whole Foods, so I'll probably stop in at Whole Foods while I'm over there, maybe pick up a few fun snacky things. But other than that, I don't have a ton going on. Last night I tried the Heatless curls in my hair, and as you can see, it's still pretty straight. It didn't really work. I posted a reel on my Instagram if you want to go check it out there on how I did them, and yeah, my hair is like pinned straight all the time. You can see it has maybe like the tiniest bit of a wave to it, but it did not hold. So I don't think the Heatless curls are going to work for me, but I'm willing to try it again. So I'm going to try it again tonight with dry hair and see how that goes. I'm skeptical. I don't think it's going to work, but I think it will be interesting to try again. I've also heard that putting like products, maybe a curling mousse in your hair might help, but we'll see. So if you have any tips or advice on the Heatless curls, the Heatless curl trend, how to do it, how to make the curls stay longer, please let me know in the comments, because the first time I did it, it's still looking pretty straight. It didn't really hold. Yeah, that's what I have on the go right now. I'm just getting some work done. I do work both days. If you're new here, I do have a 9-to-5 job that I work Monday to Fridays. It's fully remote work from home, which is really nice. Taking a quick break now, and I'm going to have some breakfast. I just realized that I forgot to have breakfast, which, you know, probably isn't a good thing. I had my coffee earlier, so now I feel like I should have some breakfast. Probably end up having a bit of a later lunch because I'm having such a late breakfast. But we usually eat supper quite late anyway, so honestly, it'll all work out. Still trying to figure out exactly which systems and which like morning routines and the order of things still work for me. I feel like I have a pretty solid base, but when it comes down to it, I often usually forget at least one or two things in my morning routine. So that's something that I'm definitely, you know, trying to work on. This morning I forgot to eat my breakfast, which is not great. I had my coffee a little later than I would normally like to, so I feel like it also could have to do with the time change that happened last week. I feel like I was so tired all week, and trying to get up early was much harder than it usually is. I feel like it took me about a week to actually get back into my normal wake up time. It wasn't until I think Saturday that I woke up at the time that I normally wake up. And I try to wake up at like the same time every single day. So I try to wake up at 6:30 because I know that if you're like consistent in your wake up times, that you'll normally just wake up before your alarm. And it wasn't until Saturday that I actually did that. So, you know, getting back into a routine, I definitely want to start getting up at like 6 instead of 6:30 eventually. Hopefully I can have some more time to just rest and chill before getting into my work at 8, and also figuring out what order I want to do things in for my morning routine. So my morning routine, it's not perfect. It's a work in progress. It's getting there. But aren't we all just works in progress anyway? So this is what I'm having for my breakfast today. Just a Greek yogurt bowl. I added some hemp hearts, chia seeds, some frozen blueberries, and some honey on top to make it a little sweeter. This is my brunch, I guess, late breakfast. I'm gonna get back to work. I'm getting ready to take Lennox to her vet appointment now, which means that I have to leave Leo home alone. Leo has a bit of separation anxiety. I wouldn't say it's extreme, but he does get anxious when I leave him home alone. We've tried many things. We've tried putting him in the crate. He does bark, but he's gotten so much better with that. It used to be like almost constant barking. Now he's down to barking after maybe half an hour to 45 minutes of leaving him, and he usually settles on his own again. I've tried leaving him out, but he has had a few accidents, so I'm gonna try a bit of an in-between today. So I'm gonna put him in his playpen that I got from Amazon. I have done this before, but I put it too close to the couch. So like I moved the coffee table here and I set it up on the carpet so we'd have, you know, like a comfy spot to lay down. And he was able to jump out of it, so he could jump over it and onto the couch. So today I'm going to set it up just in the kitchen right here, and I don't think he'll jump out if there's nothing like on the other side for him to land on. I'm going to put down a bed for him to lay on, some treats. I'll probably give him a Kong with some peanut butter, just something to try to keep him entertained. I've tried giving him treats before. He doesn't really eat them while I'm gone. He will eat them, however, as soon as I come home. So that does show me that he is feeling a bit anxious, but we're going to give that a try and we're going to see how he does. I also have a Furbo camera right here, so I will be able to watch him the entire time that I'm gone. This has honestly been a lifesaver. Even when I'm like away on vacation or away back home visiting my family, Furbo has been great, but I can even just check in on my cats, and this one gives them treats too, so I really like it. So yeah, I'm going to get his playpen set up, and then I'm going to get Lennox in her carrier. I'm going to call an Uber, and I'm going to head out. I'm going to put some toys in there for him too. Like it in there? I think that's a win. He sometimes prefers just the pad on the floor, so I'm also going to put that in there. And if you saw my video from like 2 weeks ago, you would know that we're training Leo to push buttons. So this button is a come home button. So when I push it, it says come home, and we're hoping to teach him eventually that when he pushes this button that we come home, so that he's not so anxious when we're gone, because he knows he can push this button and we'll come home again. Come home. So I'm going to put this in there too. I'm not quite sure he knows how to use it, but probably is not going to hurt. I'm just going to give Leo this treat while I'm gone. There we go. It's one of his favorite treats. It's a pepperoni stick. Actually, I don't know if it's pepperoni. It's like bacon. It's a dog treat. And he loves them. So I'm going to give him this. Just going to try to sprinkle it throughout. He might even eat it all before I go. Maybe I'll hide some in his Scooby snack toy. But I want him to have like a positive experience in this, not a negative one. Okay, I love this Scooby snack toy for Leo too, because it has a bit of a pouch here, so I can hide treats in here and then fold this over, and he kind of has to work to get it. And also, look how cute this is. Scooby snacks. It even has nutritional facts on the side. Love it. These are the treats, by the way. So I just hid them inside here, so he has to work harder to get them out. Next. Stay. No. Okay, got Mr. Leo settled in. Gonna give him his treat now. Leo wants some Scooby snacks. Here you go, buddy. Got Squeaky in her carrier. She's ready to go. Got the Furbo right here, which is gonna watch him while I'm gone. And we're off to the vet. From the vet. Leo was surprisingly really good in his playpen while I was gone. I kept checking in on him from the app, and he was really good. He only started barking when I was like almost home, which is good for him because usually he can only go like half an hour before he starts barking, but he was such a good boy, and he calmed himself down too. Once he started barking, he did settle again. What didn't go as smoothly though is the Uber ride. Poor Lennox. I think riding in the car made her car sick. I decided when I was at the vet's office, I'm like, oh, I'm not that far from Leo's vet's office, I'm just gonna stop in and pick up Leo's medication. I live in Toronto. I don't have a car. A car will be way too expensive here, so if I'm in the same neighborhood, I'm gonna try to make a point to stop at the other places I need to go in that neighborhood. So instead of making an entire trip from here all the way to Leo's vet, I was already almost halfway. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get an Uber. I'm gonna make Leo's vet a stop on my Uber ride home, even though it's like out of the way. Like I'd have to go north, stop there and come back. But poor Lennox, we were almost at Leo's vet and she threw up in the back of the Uber. Guys, not good. Luckily it stayed contained like in her carrier, but oh my god, it smelled. I feel so bad for that Uber driver. I left him a good tip, so hopefully that makes up for it. But the poor girl, I think she's doing okay now. She seems to be a little more settled now that we're at home again. But oh my god, she was throwing up and panting in the back of an Uber, and I don't know if it was the heat or the car ride or the whole like stop and go all the time because there was traffic. I'm a little concerned about her. I think she'll be okay, but I'm definitely going to keep an eye on her for the rest of the afternoon just to make sure that she's doing all right, because I feel bad for her. She's my special little squeak and I don't want anything to happen to her. So fingers crossed. I'm definitely gonna have to clean the carrier. Feel bad for the Uber driver. I hope my score doesn't go down, but you know what? That's out of my control. It's out of my control if my score goes down. It's out of my control if Lennox throws up in the back of an Uber, but luckily didn't get on his seats. That's a win, and we're focusing on the positives. Leo was good and no throw up got on his seats, so it's a win, huh, Leo? It's a little while later now and I'm getting kind of hungry, so I'm gonna have one of the meal preps that we made yesterday. It is spaghetti with some of my favorite spaghetti sauce. This is actually my favorite meal, so I'm pretty excited for it. But yeah, just gonna throw that in the microwave and have something to eat for lunchtime. Leo, is it walk time? Is it time to go for a walk? Yeah, come on, buddy. You're a good boy. What are you doing laying on the ground? I thought you wanted to go for a walk. Why are you laying on the floor? Good boy, go potty. Hey, just got back from my walk with Leo. I have about an hour and a half-ish left of work, so I'm going to get that done. But while I do that, I think I'm going to go for a walk on my walking pad to try to get my steps in, since I didn't have time to get those in earlier. And then tonight, I still haven't decided like what I'm doing for a workout yet. I kind of just want to go for a walk. It is so beautiful outside, but I also want to get like an actual workout in. So we'll see. I haven't decided yet. I think it depends how Leo's feeling. I only got to take him out for 30 minutes today, and we usually go for 45 to an hour, so I think it would be good for him to get out. So I'm kind of leaning in that direction, but we shall see. Buddy ran right into me. the next morning, and as you can see, I tried the Heatless curls again last night. This time it worked much better. I used just like a damp face cloth and I just like ran it over my hair to make it a little damp, and then I put it in the Heatless curls. And when I took it out this morning, you know, they did stay for a while. I think what I'm missing now is some sort of like curling mousse and maybe some hairspray just to get the curls to hold a little longer. But my hair is curly, so I am happy about that. I'm excited. I feel like it is gonna work. It's just gonna take some trial and error. I just got back from my blood work appointment. I think it's really important to stay on top of these things and make sure that you're getting your blood checked every once in a while. I've been waiting on this appointment for a while. I tried to do a walk-in a few weeks ago and it was just way too busy and I couldn't take that much time off of work. So I went today, booked an appointment, got in right away, which I was really happy about. And then there's a Whole Foods right next door. So I ended up stopping at Whole Foods on my way home. The first thing I picked up was this strawberry lemonade drink. I wanted something to just like sip on the way home because, you know, I haven't eaten in the past 12 hours. When I get my blood work done, it's usually fasted. So I wanted something to just sip on while I walked home. And this juice is so good too. You can like actually taste the strawberries and you know it's like a good juice when it actually tastes like real strawberries. I also picked up another peanut butter. This is the peanut butter that I use on my smoothie bowls and in my smoothies. It has chia seeds added. And I don't think it's any sugar added either. No sugar added in this one, so I really like it. It did take me a while to get used to no sugar added peanut butter, but once I got used to it, I actually prefer it now. I like it a lot more than the regular peanut butter. I find it's like way too sweet. I also picked up a wrap for lunch. I got this one last time that I went there too, and I really like it. It was so yummy, so I just picked up another one to have for lunch today. And then I picked up these two little drink packets. One is a matcha. I just thought it would be fun to try. It says matcha coconut with superfood latte. Sounds yummy. And then the other one I got was a salted caramel. And I thought that sounded delicious too. So I picked those up. I thought these would be like fun to drink, you know, at night. Because I'm not like super into drinking tea. So it's nice to have like a drink before I go to bed. But yeah, that's what I picked up. I don't have a ton on the go today. I might just go for a walk. It's supposed to be beautiful today. It's supposed to be like 15 degrees and sunny. So honestly, I might just take the time tonight to go out for a walk. I did end up going to the gym last night instead of going for a walk, and it was so busy there. It was incredibly busy, and I remembered why I usually go to workout classes instead of going to the gym, because like every single machine, every treadmill, everything was taken, so I ended up just doing like a mat workout in the yoga room. But yeah, so I think I'm going to take advantage of the nice weather today. It definitely feels like spring. It is so beautiful out. On my walk over to my appointment this morning, I didn't put headphones in. I just listened to nature, I guess, which in Toronto is not that naturey. It's mostly just cars and horns and sirens. I did hear a few birds out just like chirping in the trees. That just made me so happy. I know that spring is here, and after spring comes summer, and I love summer. I'm so excited to take Leo for a walk. I think he's gonna love it here in the summer, and I'm just so excited to see more of the city. I definitely want to get out of my neighborhood, which I won't be able to do on weekdays, but I want to get out of my neighborhood and explore different neighborhoods and take Leo for a walk in those neighborhoods and just see what is around. I feel like I haven't really explored the city that much. One, because I didn't have a lot of money to do that, but two, because I've just been so busy. So I definitely want to set some time aside and prioritize going around the city and looking at things and seeing different neighborhoods and maybe going to craft breweries with Leo. I think that would be really good for him. So, but yeah, not a whole lot going on today. I haven't eaten much yet today, so I think it's time to make my protein coffee and then get some work done. I'm gonna get some work done and I will see you in a bit. That smoothie bowl that I had last night was so good that I can't stop thinking about it. So I think for breakfast I'm gonna have another one. These bags of frozen fruit are great, but the problem is they don't last long. I literally opened this one last night and it's gone already. PE Science has the best protein powders. Highly recommend. I feel like you never know how much liquid to put in. This feels a little runny, but too late. I'm also gonna add some hemp hearts and some chia seeds. And now for my favorite, I'm going to add some peanut butter on top. Find the oils kind of leak out of it, and I left it upside down thinking that help it all stay together instead of like separate. It didn't. It just leaked out everywhere. So if you have natural peanut butter, make sure the lid is on well if you're going to turn it upside down. It did not work well for me, so now I just store it upright. Honestly, the amount of peanut butter I put on this probably makes it not super healthy, but I love peanut butter. And breakfast is ready. It is several hours later now. I'm just gonna take a break from work and take Leo for his walk. The Heatless curls, you know, they're still a little curled here at the bottom, but I'd say my hair is pretty flat right now. So I'd say it's a success over what it was yesterday when they came out like within an hour. But if anybody knows of any like hair mousses or hair products that could help my hair hold a curl, let me know in the comments because I'm gonna be looking for some to try in my hair. But yeah, let's go get Leo ready for his walk and head out the door. So this is what I'm going to be wearing on our walk today. Just thought it would be fun to share. I have my dog walking bag right here. It has a little spot in here for some extra poop bags and a hole where you can pull the poop bags out here. But I prefer to keep them in this, so I just keep an extra roll in here in case I run out. I have the around the waist leash, which I just clip onto a carabiner right here. I keep this just in case of emergencies, just in case the clip on the other one breaks. So I just hook that on here and I move it to the side so I don't like bump into it while I'm walking. And this bag also holds Leo's treats and this little treat pouch right here. And then I put my phone and my keys in here as well because if I'm walking in the winter, I have pockets, but in a sweater like this that's kind of tight, I don't like to keep things in the pocket. And then I'll just hook the little handle on Leo's leash around the carabiner too. That way if I accidentally drop the leash or something, he's always still attached to me. Yeah, let's get you some treats and we'll head out the door. Grabbing 2 chicken treats as we head out the door. These will be the treats that I use to train him with on this walk. He likes to bark at other dogs, so every time that he doesn't bark at a dog and he looks at me, I give him a little treat. So, and also just in case I need him to do something on a walk. He listens really well, but I like to, you know, keep rewarding him when he listens well because I want to encourage that behavior. Back from our walk, I wore this sweater, and at first when I walked outside I was like, oh no, this was a mistake. It's way too cold for this. But after like 10 minutes into our walk, this actually felt a little too warm. So I'm glad that I wore this and not a jacket instead. Oh my god, it's so nice out. I'm so glad that it's spring in Toronto. I'm so glad that the sun stays up after 7 p.m. It really is such a game changer for my mood. I feel like I'm still motivated in the winter and I still get stuff done. But when it's nice out, that's like when I thrive. So I'm so excited that it's finally nice out again. And I can't wait to go to the park more with Leo. A little update on the Heatless curls. They're pretty much gone. My hair's pretty much straight. It was bothering me just how kind of like frizzy it was, so I gave it a brush through. But you know what? For no product and no heat, I'm pretty happy with this. So I'm definitely going to try it again. But I totally forgot that I got this sandwich at Whole Foods this morning, and I just remembered when I opened the fridge. It's currently 4:30, but I'm working until 6 tonight, and then I think me and Matt might run to the pet store to get a few things. So I'm going to eat this wrap now, because we're probably not gonna have supper until later in the evening. I just jumped on my walking pad and I'm just gonna get some steps in while I finish off my work day. I know I said that I was gonna get on my walking pad earlier, and I really do want to start prioritizing that and putting it in the morning. But sometimes the day just gets away from you, and honestly today was probably one of the busiest work days I've had in a while. I just didn't get around to it until right now. But I'm still making it a priority. I'm still gonna spend the last hour of my work day getting my steps in. This walking pad has been such a game changer for me. If you're on the fence about buying one, you 100% should buy one. I know I talked about it a few videos ago, but it really has changed how much exercise I'm getting every single day, and it has made it so much easier to get my steps in. If you're thinking about getting one, this is your sign. When I first started on my walking pad, I started out walking at around 1.8 miles per hour. I found that to be like the perfect speed. But now that I've been walking really consistently for like almost 2 months, I will go up to like 2.4. As long as I'm not having a conversation with someone, 2.4, I can do that and still be thinking about work and not be distracted and also not get too out of breath. But if I'm trying to have like a full conversation with someone, 2.4 is like way too high. I gotta bring it back to like minimum 2. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get a workout class in today. It's been such a busy day, and honestly it's so nice out, and after this kind of stressful day, I just want to take some time to just relax, decompress, take Leo and Matt for a walk. We're gonna go to the pet store. We probably will buy the girls a special present and then come back again. That's the plan for this evening. I think we're just gonna keep it chill, probably have a late supper. I still really want to make taco bowls, and there's a few things I need to pick up from the store before I do that. I think the plan is to stop at the pet store and stop at the grocery store on the way home and then make our taco bowls tonight. I'm gonna get my steps in and I'll see you in a bit. Okay. I do.
Couples, it's been quite a day already. And I know you're fine. Our couples will catch up with you all.
Hello friends, it's the next morning and I was so tired last night that after supper I just passed out. Yesterday was just such a busy day at work. I honestly haven't had that busy of a day at work in like months, which I wasn't planning for it when I first logged on for the day, but you know, that's just how it goes. Last night, Matt and I just ended up going for a walk around the neighborhood. We were going to go to the pet store to get some treats for Lennox. Now that she's done her food trial, she can have some more treats. But by the time we got there, they ended up being closed. So we were like, oh, we'll walk to a different one. And then that one ended up being closed. So we just turned around and came home at that point. We were like, today is not the day to go to the pet store. I'll stop by tomorrow when I'm out on my walk with Leo. Came home, we made our taco bowls. Matt had tacos. I made mine into a taco bowl with some lettuce. I think that's what I'm gonna do from now on when I'm making my tacos. I honestly prefer like a burrito bowl or a taco bowl over like having an actual taco. I find it's just more enjoyable to eat. I prefer to eat out of a bowl with a fork. I don't know if that's just me or if that's like a weird quirk or something, but anyway, I think I'm gonna go in that direction now every time we have tacos. So supper last night was really good. I really enjoyed it. But after I ate, I sat down and I realized how late it actually was. I feel like the time change still kind of throws me off. Like the sun is setting so late now that I like don't even realize how late it's setting. I think last night the sun set around like 7:30, maybe a little later. And then by the time we got home and ate, I was like, oh my God, it's 9 o'clock. I'm supposed to be in bed now. So I just ended up going to bed right after that. I was so tired. Didn't really have time to end the vlog, so I'm gonna end it here now. I hope that you enjoyed this vlog, starting the work week with me and kind of easing into our routines. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, and also don't forget to subscribe. If you want more simple wellness, cozy routines, and some realistic healthy habits, make sure that you stick around. I'm going to have a lot more content on that coming very soon. Let me know in the comments what simple habits you're focusing on this week. I'd love to cheer you on. Thank you for watching. It really truly means the world to me if you stuck around until the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!